Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 24th of February and it's about 2 p.m. on the west coast of USA, 5 p.m. on the east coast, and it is nearly midnight or already midnight in Europe. A new patch just launched for Warcraft 3 Reforged, version 1.32.2. I shall now commence a reading through of it in an objective manner. Changes and bug fixes. Campaign. Audio levels for some dialogue have been adjusted. The animations, triggers and cameras for some cutscenes have been tweaked. Fixed multiple campaign missions that had units appear invisible. Multiple inventory issues have been fixed for the Rexar campaign. Fixed multiple bugs throughout the Reign of Chaos and the Frozen Throne campaign. Updated the cutscene cinematic panel to transition clearly between conversations. Fixed issue making Twilight of the Gods mission in the Reforged campaign easier to complete than intended. Tyrannus inventory will no longer be absent on the Daughters of the Moon mission, as well as the Awakening of Stormrage mission in the classic campaign. Custom games. Fixed multiple missing assets that were impacting custom games. The custom games list has been updated to better optimize searching. Gameplay. Fixed an issue where if a player quit multiple games and switched graphic settings, the user would get a match found, but the game would not start. The female demon hunter now uniquely metamorphosizes to her own model. Fixed an issue with tranquil paths, where creeps were invisible. Updated the Firelord's Incinerate ability icon in Reforged. It can still be autocast as normal. Guardian Golem now has an attack impact sound. Fixed an issue where the Blade Master was immune to non-magic abilities like Ensnare, while using the Blade Storm ability. Lady Vash has a small update to her head to address her human ears. Succubus models are now visually distinct. Fixed an issue where new Reforged death sounds were playing in classic mode. 3 maps have been temporarily removed from their respective map pools due to instability. Ruins of Stratholme, Banewood Bog, and Fountain of Manipulation. They may return once the issue has been resolved. Interface. Players are now able to leave the matchmaking queue in versus mode. Fixed an issue with team members entering a broken state when cancelling queue while the team is disbanded. When a player leaves a match, remaining players no longer receive the additional message "Blizzard has left the game." Transitioning from cinematics to a mission no longer briefly displays campaign selection. Battle tags now consistently show for team invites in the user interface. Map vetoes now safe for versus FFA mode. Ultra widescreen is now a viable option in the options menu. The grid hotkey option now works correctly for campaign and hero units. Multiple localization fixes for text, subtitles, and truncation have been addressed in campaign and online play. Added squelching, aka ignoring, to chat channel functionality. Fixed multiple portrait issues with units in both campaign and online play. Fixed an issue in the editor where melee only abilities were showing up as hidden in the editor when using custom data. System. Fixed a crash that could occur while playing the campaign, versus or custom games with the low texture setting. Fixed a crash that could occur in systems with a high number of logical processors. Warcraft 3 Reforged patch notes, version 1.32.1, February 6th, 2020. That's 18 days ago. I'll just keep reading. That's the first patch notes. Okay. I don't keep reading. Okay, so alright. So that was it. He didn't study this part. So yeah. Some fixes. There are still more bugs. I'll probably try it out offline at some point soon. There's still many things to look forward to getting
Greetings,
changed,
friend.
including MMR cap being raised from 3,000, which every decent player is at now. Chat of the Battle.net 2.0 bleeding through the text of custom game and other UIs. Desyncs. Reforged graphics visibility. Hitboxes in Reforged. All of the sounds in Classic, as well as in Reforged, having changes. They went from WAV files to FLAC files. FLAC files have higher fidelity, so it is possible that they changed all the waves into FLACs for reasons that are good. You can also encode more information in FLACs, but something seems to have gone wrong. This is just me guessing though, where some sounds are cut off, including the avatar. Muradin avatar goes like, Forkage Modon in Classic, and in Reforged it's like, Kaj Modon. So there are some cuts. There's a quality of sound difference. There's more metallic sounds bleeding through in some of the new sound files. A lot of the auto attacks, basically almost every sound is not what it was in Classic, nor should it be like that. The new death sounds for me are unwanted and awkward. And even the original death sound has a different quality. But I think what bothers me the most in terms of audio at least is the auto attack sounds of Farseer Archmage. There's a kind of electronic whir to it that changes the whole feeling, the audio feedback system of projectile launching and impact. And also the fact that Huntress has a Dryad death sound and a Timmy Villager death sound, and many other examples of death sounds sounding different because of the variety of different sounds. It's very important in an RTS with a lot of units to be able to have a kind of readability. If something dies off screen, that you know what died. Oh, that was a Huntress. Oh, that was a Grant. Oh, that was a Death Knight. And you want to know these things. It's important for competitive gaming. That means even if you're playing with classic graphics, you do not have the full competitive experience right now for Warcraft 3 that we always used to have, because you don't have as much clarity about what's dying with so many variations. So there are still many things to fix. I haven't even scratched the surface of some of the outstanding issues. I'm sure that if Battle.net 2.0 was a much better experience, many of the people who currently elect to play on NetEase, the Asian server, would come back to Battle.net and play on a ladder, which we currently don't have profiles. I would like there to be maybe a stats wipe of our losses, because we have many losses attributable to queue bugs. So I currently am not as proud of my account as I could be had I known that every win and every loss mattered and was counted. There's people that have losses in races that they've never played before. Because if you search as orc, you can get a win or loss during a queue bug of any of your races, which has happened. So my win rate is uglier than it should be. If vanity is something that I'm after with accounts, and often it is, because it's a way to keep yourself sharp and care about every game you play, then the win rate is something that is intricately mixed into that. Right now my account is ruined, I feel like. I have an 87 win rate, 87%, even though it's more close to like 95. So some kind of wipe and probably some look at, some acknowledgement of this problem would feel really good as well, by more communication by Blizzard. And then of course we want the ladder, we want the profiles, we want the MMR cap raised, we want to have more visibility into MMR. And then if all of those conditions are better and the bugs are gone and the desyncs and so on and the sounds are better, I think we can compel so many players that still loved what Warcraft was to come back to Reforged Battle.net, to play it, to change their Metacritic score, and then we can have a more competitive ladder experience. And yeah, there's still a lot to do. Obviously, this is a step in the right direction, but it would be great to just get more communication and maybe some, a nod towards the state that is and where they're hoping to go. Because I think a lot of people are wondering whether they're going to be desiring to fix all the things and what the time schedule is for the things that we want and need. So yeah, that's my current thoughts on it. There's still many things I haven't addressed, but you can only go on a monologue for so long, right? So I won't be playing Warcraft today yet. I don't think I'll be playing it tomorrow. I'll be playing StarCraft 2, which I've been having a lot of fun with again. And more HOTS. And on Wednesday, I think I'll also be playing HOTS. Maybe even with other people. I think it's going to be fun. It's a social experience. So, yeah, that's the plan for this week, the first half of the week. Hope you enjoyed the patch notes read-through.
I was at DreamHack Anaheim yesterday, and most of the audience had your stream on their phone while watching the matches.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Syndroxa. Yeah, let's end on that.